Welcome to the Socialette podcast, where we empower you with the marketing know-how you need to create the business of your dreams. I'm your host, Steph Taylor, and I'm a marketing nerd, Shiraz lover, and passport stamp collector. Join me as I dive into all things small business marketing and deliver them to you in bite-sized, fluff-free lessons every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's get learning. Hey, welcome to the Socialette podcast. This is episode 57. I know I promised you that this episode was going to be about business books, but I had a little bit of a technical issue. So just bear with me here. It is Monday. I am jet lagged. And yes, things don't always go to plan, especially with technology. Anyway, so today I'm looking at a question that so many people have been asking me lately. And that is it enough to just market my business through organic social media? Do I really need to be out there investing money in Facebook ads, Google AdWords, Pinterest promoted pins, all of the different things? Well, back a couple of years ago when I was ready and raring to launch my first business, I kind of jumped into it and assumed that the one thing that would grow my business would be organic Instagram. Back then, social media was the one thing that promised to market your business and grow it super quickly. And it did. A solid 2 months of pre-launch hype building, a ton of influencer marketing, and 12 months straight of posting 3 times a day saw the Instagram account for that business hit 23,000 followers within 12 months. The problem is, so many fresh-faced business owners are still getting into business thinking that Instagram or organic Facebook, they think that it's going to bring them the growth that they want. Long story short, organic social media should be just one part of your marketing arsenal. You can no longer rely on it alone to market your business. The free social media wins that businesses like my own enjoyed a few years ago, they don't exist anymore. Yes, there are some exceptions. There are some people who've grown a 7-figure business just off the back of Instagram, but I wouldn't count on being one of them anymore. It's far harder to reach your target audience than it used to be. Building a large, engaged following is a long slog. And if you're relying on organic social media alone, and when I say alone, I mean without using any Facebook ads, any Google AdWords, any influencer marketing, anything other than just simply posting on social media and following a social media strategy by itself, it's going to be a lot slower than if you're actually investing some money in some other marketing channels. And then, of course, there's also the fact that you don't own your social media platform. Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or whoever it is, they own it. Without notice, they can flip the algorithm on its head, or worse, they can shut down completely or delete your account. If Instagram shut down today, how would you communicate with your audience? Your organic social media platforms are mainly a top or mid-funnel activity. So that means they're a great way to get your brand in front of new people and to nurture the tiny portion of your audience who actually do see your posts these days. So you really need to get your audience off social media and into your email list. If you don't already have an email list, you need to set one up like yesterday. Email marketing is a huge part of your marketing strategy. It's free for the most part, and when you do it correctly, it can transform your warm audience into paying customers and ultimately brand advocates. Influencer marketing is another tactic outside of paid ads that can speed up your business growth, and it can grow your social media audience as well when it's done strategically. Again, this is a top of funnel activity. It's about getting your brand in front of new audiences and building brand awareness, but it's not always going to end in sales straight away. You need to actually nurture those people, and that's where email marketing comes into play. You also need to be prepared to pay for influencers who are truly influential. Yes, you can get away with sending products to some smaller influencers, but just remember, just because they have a large following, or just because they have a following even in the single digit thousands, so under 10,000, doesn't mean they're truly influential. Honestly, there are so many other ways to reach your audience outside of organic social media. I would be here all day if I were to list them all. Paid social media advertising is a great place to start. And if you go back to last month's episodes, you'll see that I did a lot on Facebook ads, and it's really just a taster, and I encourage you to dive in and get started. Facebook ads aren't the only one. There's also Google AdWords, LinkedIn ads, Pinterest promoted pins. There are so many out there. Chances are that you'll find your audience on at least one of these platforms. Yes, paid ads cost real cash money, unlike organic social media, but their targeting is so powerful. You can actually fill your email list with the right people who are your ideal customer. You can even use paid ads to retarget people on your email list or people who have visited your website and not purchased from you. Does this mean you should abandon organic social media marketing altogether? No way. It's still such a valuable piece of your marketing funnel. It just shouldn't be your entire funnel. Remember, it takes far more than one touch point to convert a customer. So think about other ways you can market your business and mind map them on a large piece of paper. Think about how these different methods interact with each other and think about how you can leverage social media to amplify these. So, for example, say that you meet in inverted commas, a potential customer on social media and you get them from Instagram onto your website or onto your email list. You can then use Facebook ads retargeting, or you can use email marketing or whatever to continue building trust with that potential customer, with the goal of eventually getting them to convert. We looked at this in a little bit more detail way back in the early days of this podcast in the episode about the buyer journey. So if you go way back, go through, listen to that episode. It's a full workshop on mapping out your buyer journey. So I highly recommend you go through and do the steps step by step. It'll take a lot of experimenting, but once you get your marketing funnel right, your business will start ticking along like a well-oiled machine. So definitely give it a go. If you want to start running paid ads on the right foot, head to stephtaylor.co/57 to download my free Facebook ads cheat sheet, 10 tactics to transform your Facebook ads. That's it for this episode. The next episode will be about business books. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that one. And if you haven't left a rating or a review on this podcast yet, I would love it if you please could. It means a lot to me when you do. That's it for this episode. Thanks so much for listening. Catch you next time.